Dear students, so last class which we saw the way how we can make iteration over data frame object. So that also which we learned about extracting data row wise, data frame row wise and data through position wise, which we access raw data of data frame object, raw data of data frame object. The function which we used iter rows, okay, iterative rows, which we used iter rows, the function which we use for data frame object, which we want to extract the data frame row wise as well as position wise series objects which we access from the data frame object. Same way, we know that another function where we want to make use when you want to extract column wise, data frame column wise as well as data frame column position wise, the way how you can extract the data from data frame object. Okay. Now today we'll see the way how we can extract the data columns wise in data frame object. Column wise in data frame object. Now we'll start with using pandas.iterItems function. The function which we will be using within the pandas module, that is iter items function, items function. Unlike iterative rows, that iter rows function, same way iter items brings you vertical subsets, whereas iter rows which brings horizontal subsets, that is row data, and iter items brings vertical subsets, which means columns data, column wise data from a data frame in the form of column index and a series object containing values for all rows in that column, all rows for in that particular column. So ITR items brings you vertical subsets from a data frame in the form of column index and a series object containing values for all rows in that column. So example which you can take using ITR items to extract data from data frame column wise. Import the module and create the dictionary object and create data frame object. So here we took sales again. So three different years sales and different quarters, each year 4 quarters, that which we specified. Same example for which we took for row data accessing. Column data accessing also will be taking same example to understand clearly the way how we can extract row wise data and now how we can extract column wise data. Okay. Then create the object data frame as pass that particular data frame object, dictionary object. Then use the loop to iterate the data of data frame object, information of data frame object. So iterating is nothing but executing the particular statement and to extract the data based on that particular statement continuously till it completes the particular rows, columns, which we call it as now column iterative items. So the statements which we print here, column containing column series. So this is what the looping which we use here, iterating the data frame column data. Earlier which we used row data iterating, and now column data iteration which we use these statements. And here col, the variable which we use for loop, first one is column, another one is column series. Okay, so call which we call it as column index, that is column header name, column header name. Same way second variable column series, okay, col series, which is nothing but all values in a column are in form of a series object. All values in a column are in form of a series object. In that particular one column, what and all values which contains, all the values will be represented in the form of series object, one dimensional array. So data frame is a two-dimensional array, and in that two-dimensional array each column represents one series object, 1D series object, because series object is holds the data in the form of one dimensional array. So now data frame, how many columns which contains that many one dimensional series objects, which we call that particular data frame. Okay. Now same way, the function which we used here, itr items, the function which we used here, itr items, each column is taken one at a time in the form of column comma column series. The variables which we used for a loop, each column is taken one at a time in the form of call or column series, where call would store the column index, that is column header name, and column series variable will store all the values of the column in form of a series object. So that is what the explanation of this particular for loop statements. Okay, now we'll see the output how we'll get. First we'll print the data frame, what exactly the data which contains all 3 years and 4 quarters of each year sales information. Sales information. Now when you execute this iterative statement loop, then you will see the output year 1. So vertical subset year 1, under that what and all values which we can see vertically of this particular year 1. Okay, so that one you will see here output. So year 1 quarter 1 value, year 1 quarter 2, year 1 quarter 3, year 4 quarter 4. Okay, year 1 quarter 4, that only for year 1 all the details. Okay, values which you will extract. Same way, which you can see index column index 2, that is year 2 details, year 2 details which will get that particular column for all the row values. Okay, same way year 3 third year sales details of that particular column, all the rows, all the 4 quarters of year 3 sales details which you will get as an output. Okay, so that is how which you will get data frame column wise data accessing, data frame column wise data accessing, which we call it as. Now take it same way. Now which you want to access position column wise series object, that is what position which we call it as, using itr items to extract column wise series objects. Okay, same example which you can execute. We can create that dictionary and data frame object, then use the for loop, and here in this for loop which you need to change I value, inner loop which you need to take to extract the position values, default position values for column. Okay, then for val inner loop which we use for val in column series, print at row position value, then increment that I value and second row will be taken. It's the same way until it completes all the rows in that particular column, so which will execute that inner loop and which comes out of the outer loop. Finally you will execute the complete output. This is the data frame object. Year 1 at 0 position the value, which you can see year 1 sales details which we are extracting with the help of position. Okay, that position which you can see row position 0 and value which you can see 34,500. Same way row position 1 and the value which you can see 56,000. Row position 2 at position 2 position 47,000. So same way 3 position which you see 49,000. Only for that vertical subset column values with the help of positions which we extract, and same way year 2 which will be able to extract, year 2 which will be able to extract sales details, year 3 sales details which will be able to extract. Okay, so you may also print the row label names which acts as the indexes for each column wise series object. You may also print the row label names which act as the indexes for each column wise series object, that is column series in above code. In other words, you can use call series.index to print individual row labels names along with column data. So column series.index to print the individual row labels names along with column data. The statement print call series.index, if you used with the above code, will print the column labels, will print the column labels index of all the 4 quarters. Each quarter is represented one row, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Okay, so that is how it will extract the row label names by using call series.index. Now take it as another example. To understand same concept, create the dictionary for student details like student names, marks, and sport which they play, and create the data frame object. Yes, then use the loop to execute that particular data frame information to extract column wise data frame, column wise data extracting. Let's see the example output. So first we printed the actual data frame data which it contains. Default row label names you can see here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So students, marks, sport. Okay, labels of column headers which you can see clearly. Now once we execute this iteration for loop to extract the data column wise, you can see. So students column, that is what first column, students column, that is student names which we used, and that you can see the row 0 what name it contains, then row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. Okay, all the values same way. Column index marks, that is another column, marks values for row 0 and row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. Okay, so which will be able to see same manner the way how you can extract. Same way sport column. Okay, the way how you can extract that particular column values, column wise data accessing. Same example, the position wise the way how you can access. Position wise, create, import the module, create the dictionary, create the data frame object, then use the loop, and I equal to 0 the position which you want to extract for val in column series. Okay, I is the increment variable, so at row position value and increment that I value next iteration which goes same way, which continues the such a way that till it completes all the rows of that particular column like that. So column index which takes outer loop columns iterating, inner loop which takes rows iterating. Okay, nested a loop which we use, loop within the loop. Now we can see the same example. So at row 0 position the name which it contains, this is the actual data frame data which you can see clearly. Okay, so column index students and that index students which you can see at row 0 position the name of that particular student. Okay, so at row 1 position, then at row 2 position the value, at row 3 position and row 4 position the value. Same way marks column data which you can see the position wise. Same way sport column index, that particular column data row position wise which you can see as an output, which you can see as an output. And this particular data frame, instead of default row labels, you can make use your own index, row index labels. Yes, we know that by using index attribute of that data frame object, you will be able to specify your own row labels. Yes, you can specify and you can do same thing. You can execute the data, then you will see instead of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and the values which you can see such a way that, so we will see that also while executing the data frame practically, we will see executing that particular statement. Now we will execute all these things one by one example practically. Let's see, understand the example how it works. First sales example which will execute. Import the module, import pandas as pd. Yes, create the dictionary, create the data frame object, print the data frame. Yes, we can use now for loop to access the column wise data. Now whatever statements which you write, that becomes like compound statement. For loop is here compound statement. You can see same level of statements which we use. So this is the for loop. Once you created data frame, and this particular complete one which we call it as one block, for loop block. That's why compound statement. Compound statement is like, so within the block which contains the statements. You can see within the for loop, inside the for loop, all three print statements. So which takes each print statement 4 characters space indent. Okay. So that is how it takes place. Indentation which we learned, and what is compound statement which we learned earlier, the concept introduction of Python programming. So such a way that which takes when you work with loops, blocks, okay, control statements, if conditions. Yes. Now you print, you got the output of column wise year 1, okay, quarter 1 value, quarter 2 value, quarter 3 value, quarter 4 value for all year 1 sales values. Same way year 2, all 4 quarters values. Same way year 3, all 4 quarter values, sales details which you can see. Okay, so now we come to know the way how we can extract column wise data frame, column wise data accessing. Okay, same manner which you can see the way how we extracted the data. Now we will extract the data position wise this time. First print the data frame again. As you can print, now execute that statement. For loop, outer for loop, here two for loops which comes when we are working with position wise data accessing. Position wise data accessing, and inner for loop statements incrementing the row value. Outer for loop is column increment and inner for loop is row incrementation. You can see clearly. You just print here again data frame object, you just look at that. So just go for year 3, okay, column index year 3 and at row 0. So row 0 which is the value, you can see year 3 row 0, row 0 position, and year 3 row 1 position, year 3 row 1 position the value, year 4 year 3 row 2 position, only 3 years data which we took here. So year 3 row 2 position, then year 3 row 3 position. Okay, so which you can see clearly the data how it is extracted. Same way above year 2 column index and row 0 position value, same way you just look at that clearly. Okay, same way year 2 row 1 position, yes, you can see the value. Year 2 row 2 position, yes, 57,000. Same way year 2 row 3 position, okay, at row 3 position year 2 sales details. So like that which will be able to access. Same way year 1 also you can see clearly, same manner which you got an output, which you got as an output. So column wise data frame, column wise data accessing we have done. Same way column position wise, that each row position with that particular column values which we extracted, same way which you can go for another example which we executed student details. Now which we worked with sales details 3 years 4 quarters, and same way student details which you want to make. Yeah. Before going to that, if you want to extract that column series index, okay, column series dot index, which means row label names which you will be able to extract for that particular data frame object. Now in this particular data frame object, column wise data which you are accessing, and for that column wise data row label names, okay. So that if you want to execute, if you want to get extract, yes, you can execute column series dot index. You see, So the output of that particular row labels for the column wise data. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4 in the form of object representation. In the form of object representation. Same manner, you go to the another example. Like that you can work multiple examples. Nothing more changes here, only small change which you can do to execute this iteration concept. So create the dictionary created, create the data frame object, create the data frame object. Yes, you can print the data frame data if you want it. Yes, you can print. Now use the iteration, that is for loop block which you need to execute. So within the for loop statements, print statements which you use to extract the column wise data of that particular data frame object. You can see here, so on this particular data frame which you want to access the column, that column index, column name will be printed containing column series that complete each column the data which it contains. You will see as an output column wise data frame column wise data accessing. You can see clearly each column index name followed by containing the data which it represents. Okay, so same manner which you can execute position wise accessing. Okay, position wise which you want to access the data. Yes, now only thing which you need to make here changes, two loops you need to use when it comes to the position value. Outer loop for column incrementing, inner loop for row incrementing. Then use the row incrementing within the inner loop. Now we'll see position wise data accessing clearly, which you can see, able to see the data which it was extracted. Column index students first column, and that at row 0 position the name, row 1 position, row 2 position in that particular column values. Just print here data frame, you can understand. Just look at now marks column. Yes, marks of each student. So at row 0 position 79.5, you can see clearly. Same way here also, original data frame. Same way row 1 position of student marks details. Same way row 2 position 2, that is row 2 position value, row 3 position value, row 4 position value, which you can see same which is extracted when you extract the position wise data frame data. Same way another column is sport, the values of row 0 position student activity like sport, cricket, and 1 position badminton, as you can see badminton in original data frame, and 2 position football, you can see in original data frame, as well as the extracted data. Same way at row 3 position of that sport column athletics, as you can see, and same way which you can see the row 4 position sport column kabaddi is the value. So that is how which you can extract the data with along with position, row position wise column data values, column data values. Now in this particular example which we took, row label names are default row label names, that is numpy array values 0 1 2 3 4. Now if you want to make changes on this particular one, yes, you can make a changes, index your own index name which you can provide. Okay, so for that which you need to use example such a way that use the dictionary. Again you want to make changes now. Yes, Now while creating data frame object, use your own indexes. While creating data frame object, use your own indexes, that is by using index argument of data frame function a comma b comma 0 1 2 3 4. It means 5 labels c d comma e. Okay, so 0 1 2 3 4 execute statement, print the object. As you can see now, row labels. So earlier data frame which it was contains row labels, default indexes 0 1 2 3 4. Now which we changed our own indexes a b c d e. Okay, now apply the logic, column wise data access, column wise data access. So use the loop to iterate the data of data frame object. Now use the block for loop block statements. Yes, you can see now. So those row indexes a b c d for that particular column clearly, which you can see. Same way the program which we executed, which we extracted the data. Now a b c d is the row label names. Same way you execute the position wise which you want to access. Let's see that whether you get difference or not. You just observe. Now we want to execute column position that along with row label position, column data along with row positions which you want to extract. You just print the data frame object as execute the loops iteration to access your data frame object data. So get back the row increment statements and printing inner for loop, inner for loop. We'll see here on this particular column data which we access in the form of series objects. For that, row label will be assigned. As usual, we will be able to extract. You can see. So labels also if you specify, but now the difference which you need to understand. So this is the actual position earlier which we got it. Okay, so label was default same 0 1 2 3 4, and the position was also, it was also specified 0 1 2 3 4. Okay, so when you make use your own indexes, when you extract that particular data in the form of position, then you will come to know the difference. So row labels will not be shown, only position values. When you look at the position wise data access, when you look at the column wise data access, data frame data, that time you see row labels a b c d, whatever you specified index, that is which we call it as general row label indexes, that you will see as an output. Now in this case which you will see, so 0 1 2 3, this is the inner specification within the program. So inner the memory, the way how it stores your data frame column values with the help of row positions, the help of row positions. So I think it's clear now the way how you want to extract that data. So column wise and column wise through row position accessibility of data. Okay, now if you want to print that particular indexes, now yes, you can print that indexes by using print of call series dot index. So this is the actual index labels which we used when we updated the data frame a b c d e. So earlier which we got 0 1 2 3 4, when we applied default one which we use row label indexes, row label indexes. Now, by this, we come to know the way how we can extract row-wise data frame, row-wise data frame, position-wise row data at the same time. On that particular technique which we use ITR rows function, and which we use today's session, how we can access this column-wise data frame column-wise data, and data frame column the position wise data accessing, column data position wise data accessing with the help of row positions. Here which we used function itr items function, itr items function. Now we know how we can iterate the data frame object row wise as well as column wise, row wise as well as column wise, which you can look at each one which we executed simply. We started with example creating dictionary data frame object, printing the data frame content, and using the loop, using the loop. Then we got the output such a way that for that particular loop which we applied, you can see the output of that clearly. When we applied the column wise data frame data accessing, that is what the output which you can see clearly. Same way again we printed the data frame object to understand another way to access the position data. Okay, so which we used the two loops, nested for loops, that which we call it as, to access the position wise information. Yes, which we use such a way that you can see for loop, outer for loop for column iteration and inner for loop for row values iteration, row values iteration. For that we will see output. This is sales example. You can see all 3 years data. Again we printed that data frame object which we applied position indexes which you want to get back by using column series dot index statement, which will be able to extract the row labels. Then which we used same manner another data frame example, and we applied the logic column data frame column wise data accessing and then position wise data accessing, second example. And which we used the concept which we learned for second example, the way how we can change data frame object your own indexes, row label names instead of taking default row labels. Okay, and then we applied again the iteration concept for that particular one and we got the output. Okay, so that's how we'll see another concept for iteration, the way how we can access individual rows or individual columns or only values of rows and columns. So another concept further classes. So thank you, we'll continue next class.